The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has formally declared that it is prepared to support the Republic of Benin and its military authorities in response to an attempted coup that was reported earlier today, Sunday. According to multiple sources, a small group of soldiers announced on national television that they had overthrown the government led by President Patrice Talon, declaring a suspension of the constitution and establishing a military transitional committee to govern the country. In an official statement, ECOWAS placed the responsibility for any loss of life resulting from the attempted coup squarely on the soldiers involved. The organization emphasized that it would provide all necessary assistance to the Beninese government and its citizens, which may include the deployment of troops if required, to safeguard constitutional order and the rights of the people. Despite the dramatic announcement by the small group of soldiers, government officials have reported that the situation has largely been contained. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Shegun Ajadi Bakari, told Reuters that the majority of the armed forces remain loyal to President Talon and that efforts are ongoing to ensure full stability across the country. Sources close to the presidential office confirmed that President Talon remains safe and in power, despite the soldiers' claims of having disrupted his administration. In the capital, Cotonou, security forces have been deployed at key locations, and several roads have been temporarily blocked. Soldiers are reportedly patrolling strategic areas to maintain order and prevent any escalation of the situation. Eyewitnesses noted that while the small group temporarily took control of the national television station, their influence did not extend to the wider military or civil administration, which continues to operate under government authority. The attempted coup comes ahead of President Talon's scheduled departure from office in April next year at the conclusion of his second term. During this time, new elections are expected to take place following the country's constitutional process. The timing of this attempt has raised concerns both within Benin and internationally, given the potential risks to political stability and democratic governance in the region. Reports from the French embassy in Benin confirmed hearing gunfire near the presidential residence at the time of the attempted coup. Nevertheless, officials stress that the group of soldiers involved was small and did not have widespread support within the military. The swift response by loyal forces has prevented any larger-scale disruption and reassured the public that the constitutional order remains intact. ECOWAS's readiness to act highlights the organization's commitment to maintaining democracy and constitutional governance in West Africa. The regional body has previously intervened or issued warnings in cases of unconstitutional power grabs in member states, demonstrating its determination to prevent destabilization. In the case of Benin, ECOWAS has stated unequivocally that it will provide political and practical support to ensure the government and citizens are protected and that democratic norms are upheld. Authorities in Benin are actively coordinating security measures. Minister Ajadi Bakari emphasized that law enforcement agencies, alongside loyal elements of the military, have been mobilized to prevent any escalation. Citizens have been urged to remain calm as the situation stabilizes and normal activities gradually resume. Observers note that the restraint and discipline shown by the majority of the military have been crucial in preventing a wider crisis. The incident also underscores the fragility of political stability in smaller West African nations, where even a limited attempt to seize power can have profound consequences. While the small group of soldiers succeeded in creating temporary alarm by controlling the national television station, their failure to secure broader support has limited the impact of their actions. Government offices, banks, and other public services continue to function, reflecting the resilience of state institutions in Benin. ECOWAS's statement has reassured both the regional community and the international audience that mechanisms exist to respond swiftly to threats against democracy. The organization has made clear that any casualties resulting from the coup attempt are the responsibility of the perpetrators, while ECOWAS itself seeks only to support constitutional governance and the protection of citizens' rights. International partners, including France and neighboring countries, have closely monitored developments, expressing concern about potential instability. Diplomatic communications have emphasized the importance of restoring order and protecting the democratic framework, while also supporting humanitarian considerations for civilians affected by the security measures. As the day progressed, government officials confirmed that President Talon remains in his official residence, continuing to oversee the administration of the country. The majority of the military is reportedly stationed in strategic positions to deter any further attempts at disruption. Roads and public areas in the capital remain under controlled surveillance, ensuring that essential functions of the city continue while security is heightened. Analysts note that the swift containment of the attempted coup demonstrates both the effectiveness of Benin's security structures and the critical role of regional organizations like ECOWAS in maintaining stability. The involvement of ECOWAS, even at a preparatory stage, signals to potential actors that unconstitutional measures will not be tolerated and that support exists for democratic governance. In the weeks and months ahead, attention will focus on both the security situation and the political implications of the attempted coup. Authorities may take steps to strengthen institutional safeguards and prevent similar incidents in the future. The presence of loyal forces and the potential backing of ECOWAS serve as a strong deterrent against further destabilization. While President Talon is expected to complete his term as scheduled in April, the attempted coup may prompt a reassessment of security protocols and emergency response procedures within the military and civil administration. Lessons learned from the incident are likely to inform broader strategies to ensure the continuity of governance and the protection of democratic norms. Despite the disruption caused by the small faction of soldiers, the constitutional process continues. The upcoming elections remain on schedule, and government authorities are committed to upholding the rule of law. ECOWAS's engagement reinforces the message that regional mechanisms are prepared to act decisively to preserve democracy and support member states facing threats to governance. The attempted coup in Benin also highlights broader challenges across the West African region, where fragile political structures can be vulnerable to limited but impactful attempts to seize power. The rapid containment in Benin demonstrates that even in such situations, a combination of loyal national forces, effective government leadership, and regional support can prevent the breakdown of constitutional order. Citizens are being advised to remain vigilant but calm, as security forces maintain a visible presence in key areas. While some roads and public spaces have experienced temporary closures, essential services continue, reflecting the ability of the state to respond effectively to threats. International partners continue to monitor the situation, offering diplomatic support and reassurances that democratic governance is being maintained. In summary, the attempted coup in Benin represents a serious but contained challenge to the country's political stability. The swift response by loyal elements of the military, coordinated security measures, and the readiness of ECOWAS to intervene if necessary have combined to restore order and reassure the public. President Talon remains in office, the constitutional process remains intact, and the country's institutions have demonstrated resilience. This incident serves as a reminder of the importance of regional cooperation, vigilant governance, and strong security institutions in maintaining democracy in West Africa. The events in Benin underscore that while threats may arise, the combined efforts of national authorities and regional bodies can ensure that democratic governance is preserved and that the rights and safety of citizens are protected. The situation continues to evolve and authorities remain on alert. However, the swift containment of the attempted coup and the clear stance of ECOWAS provide confidence that the Republic of Benin remains under constitutional rule. Citizens are urged to remain calm, and the international community continues to watch closely, highlighting the broader significance of this incident for regional stability and the preservation of democratic norms. As the country moves forward, attention will remain on security, governance, and upcoming elections. The lessons from this attempted coup will likely influence future measures to strengthen democratic institutions, prevent unauthorized power grabs, and maintain public confidence in state structures. ECOWAS's readiness to support its member states serves as a strong safeguard for democracy in the region, ensuring that Benin and other countries in West Africa can face challenges with regional backing and international attention. The Republic of Benin, despite the attempted disruption, remains committed to constitutional governance, with the majority of military forces loyal to the president, the support of regional bodies, and the resilience of institutions. The nation demonstrates that democracy, though occasionally tested, continues to endure.